Hello and welcome! We are Small and Mighty, and today we're going to be playing some D&D. How's everyone doing? We all excited to play?
Yes!
Yeah!
Yeah! We need this. Sorry.
Good. Okay. So, the plan is today we're going to play for about 2-ish hours, probably about a short hour, an hour in. But as we found out last time, and this being D&D and improv, anything can happen. So, we'll try and keep to that, but we're not necessarily going to be able to do that. But that's what we're going to try and aim for. But I'll jump into a recap of what happened last time. So, the brand new heroes of Small and Mighty, they, applied for the job of Small and Mighty. They were successful in the sort of roundabout combat trial they tried and succeeded in. And then they were shown to their rooms and found that the rooms were not in the greatest state, with one having a leak, another being full of boxes of leaks, and so on and so forth. But they made themselves a home there nonetheless. And after a bit of short moment of rest and making themselves a home there, they all came down and went to the job board outside the pub to find their first job. Expecting a multitude of jobs to pick from, they found they only had the one offer, which was to find a missing dog. Not the most...
Where is dog? Yes.
Exactly. Not the most dignified for the legendary adventuring company Small and Mighty, but Burchard reminded everyone that nonetheless they do what they can to help people wherever they need. So everyone took on the job, reluctantly in the case of Chad, I think, and you set your way across town to go to a place called Hammercott Square Market, where you were supposed to meet the person who asked you to do this work and get a bit more information. As you traveled across town, you saw more of this industrial city. You saw people with what appeared to be umbrellas. You saw people wearing sort of suits and ties and things like that. And notably, you saw a giant robot walking down the street. But you passed by that incident and eventually arrived at this sprawling indoor market with the sounds and smells and cacophony of things going on. You pushed your way through there and found this little shop called the Sliver of Silver Pawn Shop. Inside was a maze of shelves and objects, all neatly arranged with tiny little handwritten price tags. You worked your way through the maze, all kind of getting a bit lost and thereabouts. But some of you made your way to the main counter, where you were introduced to the proprietor of this place, Ms. Gibson, who had an interesting conversation with Chad. Things got a little heated. Meanwhile, Athalia was making their way through the maze and ran into what appeared to be this kind of small 1-foot-high doll. Although, quickly apparent that this wasn't a 1-foot-tall doll. This was a tiny gnomish girl who quickly befriended Athalia, and they are currently making their way through the maze as well. Pebble, however, was briefly popped into the nearby baker's to grab some bread rolls to give to people, and has now just entered the pawn shop as well. So, this is where we pick up. You guys are in various places around this pawn shop. The actual lady who requested this job in particular, Lauren Gibson, has been shouted at from upstairs and has come down to meet you. And there was a moment where Brask knocked something off a counter, and Chad heroically jumped across the room to grab it. And this is the exact moment we pick up. Speaking of that moment, that was what we would call a heroic moment using inspiration token. And as a reminder, this week, Athalia has the heroic, the inspiration token. So you are able to use a hero moment whenever you want. And that is at any point when you roll a d20 roll, so attack roll, saving throw, or ability checks, you can choose to have a natural 20 once this game. And at the end of this session, you get to pick who next has the inspiration token. But just while this moment of heroism is going on, Chad heroically holding this object that fell from him, and I imagine winking at Miss Gibson. Christina, something you notice happens as you're standing there watching this display. You feel that pendant of yours just kind of like again, and you see, Phil fall into the floor. You see Dopher has suddenly rolled out of your pendant on the floor, and it's currently making its way back into the maze, just kind of rolling along in this kind of strange azure blue gelatinous form.
Oh no. I am going to follow it.
Yeah, okay. So
I don't want it to get lost.
Yeah, so you follow quickly around. This thing, it is kind of leaving this like wet mark as it rolls along the floor, so it's not so hard to follow. But you kind of follow it for a little while, and you notice that it very quickly makes its way through this, and just seems to find this shelf that appears to maybe have like some weird, like almost like dolls or toys on it. I just need to check something, but you see there are like 3 dolls it seems to make its way towards. I just need to remind myself what these are.
Gonna find more gnomish children.
Yes, just tons of them.
Does the shop is full of them?
But actually, this shop has no objects in it. It's just all gnomish children.
Yeah.
Like
Sounds like a
a
nightmare.
sweatshop or a nice home?
You know that bit in Toy Story 2 where all the Buzz Lightyears on the shelf
Yeah.
and look down and tower
Oh,
over
yes.
God.
with gnomish children.
You watch as Dofo makes its way towards this shelf, and on like a bottom shelf, kind of at like a child height, essentially, especially a child gnomish height. There are these 3 what appear to be toys, like figurine. One is a cat, one is an owl, one appears to be a snake. And as Dofo is kind of rolling up towards them, you find it kind of just like one of these little weird gelatinous arms just kind of pointing to him, and kind of, oh, it doesn't have eyes, but you kind of see a twist and almost like looks at you like, and it's just pointing at one of these.
Do we know which one he's pointing at, or is it just general, all
It's
3 of them?
currently pointing at the cat.
No, how much would you like me to buy that for you, Dofo? Can you take it into your little amulet?
You see this kind of shaking their head.
Oh, okay. I think I've got some gold pieces. Can
Well,
I
you
look
don't. So that's one thing.
Oh,
The
no.
reason why all of you needed to get this job is because you're all broke as fuck.
Fantastic.
The only money you currently have available to you is the money that Athalia got from Burchard on your way out. So
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. I'm not rich anymore. Oh,
you're not
dear.
rich anymore.
Oh no! What do I do? I am going to take the cat.
Okay.
And take it. Hopefully.
As you pick up the cat, Dofo suddenly points at the owl.
Okay, I'm going to put the cat back and get the owl.
Points at the cat again. And you see a
Okay.
second arm points at the snake as well. Like,
Oh.
I mean, you've got to pick one. You can't have more than one.
sort of like deflates a bit. Like,
Oh.
points to the cat.
Okay. She puts the owl back, grabs the cat.
These all, like I said, have this kind of little piece of string with this sort of handwritten price tag on them, by the way. And it just says it says 1 sept. So it costs 1 silver piece.
Right.
1 silver scepter.
Okay. Well, I'll take it to the counter, Dofo. Maybe we can make an agreement with the nice lady, alright? You gotta
Dofo.
behave yourself. Okay. You know the way back? Because I don't. Right. Is there still goo on the floor?
There is a little bit. It is drying quickly as it moves. Roll me a perception check to see how quickly you can find your way back, or easily, I should say. I'll also say, for the sake of it, Athalia and Pebble also roll me perception checks to see how you are doing at getting through this maze.
7!
Where is
7,
this? Again, sorry. Perception
Does this
check.
mean that-
Oh, there.
Just Brask and Chad are at the counter.
Yes, currently. We're going to come to that
That can only
situation.
be a good thing.
We're going to come to that situation in just a second.
I just got an 11.
Definitely a situation.
Yeah.
So you got 11, Pebble.
Yeah.
Christina, you got a 7. Athalia?
24.
Wow.
Whoa!
Jesus.
It's all
Oh,
the gnome
dear.
child. He's just being guided around by the gnome
That's
child. isn't
true,
it?
yeah.
She does live here, the gnome child, so it's not that surprising.
By the way, Athalia would have at some point picked up the gnome child and put her, or the child on her shoulders.
Yeah, that definitely will improve your moving speed, because just a reminder, this gnome child is 1 foot tall, and Athalia is about 6 foot tall, so there was kind of a weird stretch thing going on where Athalia was walking along holding this child's hand, and it wasn't going very far. So, yes, putting it on your shoulder, the child is delighted, but it was like, "Ah!" And it's like looking, you can see this child is looking at the top of like shelves, and this child has never looked at the top of these shelves before. It's like, I didn't know there was stuff all the way up here.
Yeah, there's stuff everywhere here. So
Yeah, this child just seems to be absolutely delighted by everything that's going on with this interaction. But we're going to jump back to the counter. So, yes, Chad and Brask, you have just seen that this lady, there was an old lady who ran this place, who was Miss Gibson, who seems to be this elderly gnomish woman. And then what appears to be a middle-aged gnomish woman has just come down from potentially a home residence upstairs. And I think the last thing that was said was Miss Gibson looked at her and was like, I like this one. But Laren walks forward and was like, so you're from Small and Mighty then, are you? You got my letter?
I'm here representing the. I mean, we're here representing. I'm kind of the leader of Small and Mighty. So we're here to find your father and or dog, whichever comes more.
Well, it's just the city watch are looking for my husband. It's just the dog that needs founding at the moment.
Where is dog?
I don't know. That's why I put the letter out.
Please excuse my my very large scaly we'll call him apprentice here. He's part of my retinue.
You do see kind of as you're talking about Brask and Brask is also talking, like, this woman looks very nervous about because of the 7-foot tall lizard man, but also generally seems to be something about the Draken that she seems very nervous about, like looking like kind of shifting her eyes between you and him. It's like, okay.
He's fine. Yeah, I'm
fine.
We're all good friends. See, he knows he's fine. He's having a good time.
It's okay.
But yes, the dog. If you've read the letter, you'll know it's where's my daughter's faithful companion. It's the only thing that's keeping her happy since her father went missing. I don't know what she'd do without the dog, and I've been trying to distract her the last few days. She's helping out her grandmother in the shop. The grandmother's like, you're doing an awful job of that. I don't know where she's gone. She's down there somewhere. It's like,
kids. Like, I don't have any, by the way.
Did you say you don't have money?
No, it's kids. I don't have any. Anyway, so, but I hear they're absolutely dreadful.
You hear from the old lady just like,
Brask is like, I want him to like slide his face between the two of them and just be like, a child is lost.
Well, as you say that, appearing from the maze is Athalia. There's a little child on the shoulder saying, "No, I'm here, Mum."
Quest is complete. I found dog.
Yes. This child just looks towards you, Athalia, and she's like, "Is that lizard man?"
Yeah, that is. His name is Brask. He's quite friendly.
Hi, Brask! He just waves his tiny hand, just waves at you.
Hello, dog.
No, Brask, this is a child, not a dog.
Are you gonna find my dog?
We're gonna try.
I miss Daisy so much.
Aha!
I'm gonna walk straight to the counter, and I guess, if the child wants to go on the counter, she can go on the counter.
She doesn't resist as you put her down. She quite likes the idea of being on the counter because she continues to be kind of higher up.
What does your dog look like?
Who are you asking that?
The child? We're kind of looking at the mum.
Yeah. Sorry, 2 seconds. I've just realised.
As this
my
is
laptop's
going to
not
be
charging in 2
described,
seconds.
Oh, we have some technical difficulties.
and as the dog is to be described, Brask is going to genuinely be like studying what's said. He's still not entirely clear what a dog is.
I
But he's like he's trying to hide it, so he's like,
He's about to get a very vague impression of what a dog looks like.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's just see that holds him to a break at least. Okay. Sorry. So what are you asking?
Okay,
what the dog?
Tali is actually first gonna just introduce herself to the new people in the counter. Like, hi, I'm Tali. That's my name. I'm also with the Small and Mighty company.
You see the mother Laren is now kind of speaking with everyone like, okay, great. Yes. I mean, thank you for coming so quickly. You wanted to know about the dog.
What does it look like?
So, I mean, her name is Daisy. She's a silver Labrador Retriever. She has like kind of a whitish kind of splodge around her eye. Kind of looks like the daisy plant, the flower. So that's where Tibbet got the name from. She ran away like 2 nights ago now, and we've not seen her since. It's very unlike her.
Do you does Daisy have any favorite treats or a toy or something we could maybe use to coax her?
Yes, yeah, she does. Tibbet, dear, would you mind going and grabbing Daisy's toys? And the little girl's like, on it, Mum! And jumps off the counter and runs upstairs. You can tell
That's
the
a
girl
big
likes...
jump for such a small child. Oh
yeah.
boy.
You watch as she hits them. See how...
Breaks both her legs.
No, but
Oh no!
with a natural one, she does actually jump, trip, and just falls face first on the floor.
Oh,
And then bounces up in the way that children do and just runs. The people like... There's a
she'll
moment of
realise she's
silence.
had it later. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Just runs upstairs.
Fantastic.
But she's also gonna get the toys. Like,
Chan's gonna see that and she'll be like she's an absolute joy. She's a total darling. Yeah.
Asker's still trying to visualize what was just described, so he's like, plant that retrieves Labradors.
Yeah. So you say silver Labrador, thoroughbred, purebred. I'm assuming. A fine hound that we're talking about.
yeah, she's a very fine dog. I don't know her breed, unfortunately. I never really thought to ask. I don't know. It was something that my husband Milos bought Tibbet one of her birthdays a few years ago, just to put a smile on her face, you know.
And so Milos, when they did both of the missing items go missing at the same time?
No. Milos has been missing for about 5 days, almost a week. Daisy only ran away 2 days ago. I said the City Watcher looking for Milos.
Just to bring it back to the dog. Has anything strange happened recently on the day she ran out of the shop? I'm assuming she just ran out of the shop.
Yeah, it was over night time. We were closing up for the night. I don't know. There's so many noises going on. It's hard to know. But I think I heard another dog barking. Maybe she's chasing after that. At this point, as she says that, Tibbet returns, holding this kind of like basket on her head of toys, just loads of them. It's like, no, that's not it, Mum. It was a cart. She was chasing after a car that was going by. And I was like, Tibbet thinks she heard a cart. I didn't. I was with her. So maybe a cart,
Tibbet.
maybe a dog.
Tibbet, I thought it kind of picks her up to put it back on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what was in the cart or what the cart looked like?
I didn't see it, but I heard it. It was rattling through the cobblestone streets. And then Daisy started barking because she heard the cart, and then she ran out of the door after it. I tried to stop her, but Mum says I'm not allowed to leave the shop.
Your mum is correct. It's sometimes not safe, and you're very small.
Can Brask inspect the basket?
Yeah, go for it. What are you looking for?
Mostly nasally. Like he's going to try and figure out what each of these toys is for. But also, like he's primarily trying to get a scent from it.
I'll scent
Yeah, sure. Roll me a perception check.
So
Scent
nice.
lizard.
Yeah.
Such a
We got a
sensible
17.
guy.
17, okay. There's quite a few toys in this basket. Like, this little girl has not brought you Daisy's favourite toy. This little girl's brought you Daisy's every toy. But kind of using your keen senses, you are able to track one that smells more like a dog than the other. And you find what appears to be this kind of, like, soft, kind of chewy bone thing. It seems like that maybe this is being a toy that Daisy spent a lot of time with.
Can Brask like sniffing it and trying to figure out what it's for, and just like
You'll see Brass go to try and bite this bone toy. Yep. You're more than welcome to try and stop him if you want, or whatever.
Chad's just gonna watch and just be like, yeah. As I said, yeah, intern. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Brask like picks up the basket the toys were in as well. Does the same thing.
As you start to do that, you do see the little girl saying, "Stop it! They're daisies!"
Oh, she's fearless.
And then sort of waving at you afar, it's like, "Make it stop!"
Brask, could you just put them down? Except put them down.
Azurus, and you just slam them all down and stand to attention.
Thank you, Brask. That was very kind of you. Tippet, is it okay if we take just one of the toys so we can try and show it to Daisy and get her to come with us?
Okay. She likes the bone best.
Okay. And then Athalia will give it to no one.
Gonna hold it to yourself?
It might be
or-
good for Pebble is what I'm thinking. Pebble isn't here, so.
Well,
I
speaking
might...
of Pebble,
Yeah,
emerging
I'm not
suddenly
there
from the
yet,
shelves.
right?
Well, no, you just arriving now. You hear this commotion,
Great.
and you do finding your way through this maze, carrying these bread rolls triumphantly, emerge from the shelves.
Bread rolls for everyone.
Ah, buns. Ah, excellent.
Sorry. And
Thank you,
I basically start.
Pebble.
No worries, Chad. No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I would be like, yeah, no worries, Chad. Super jolly. And yeah, and how many did I buy again?
There was one for each member of the party and an extra one.
There was one there, so you bought 7. No, 5, 6.
No, 8. No, 7. Yeah, 7. And Braskman like 1, right? Well,
I'll tell you what, best way to find it. If you wrote down the change last week in your inventory, that'll
I
tell
should
us
have.
they were 1 copper each.
Note how I should have written it.
I think three copper that we had.
Yes,
Well,
3
it-
copper. 3 copper
Yes, you bought
change.
7.
Nice.
You must have bought 2 extras.
Fantastic. So I start. So there's if Brass doesn't pick one, there's one. There's one too many people, right? Still.
Brass didn't want one until you said you were getting them. Then suddenly it was like, well, I'll try one. I seem
If
to
you're,
remember.
if you're getting one,
Yeah.
Oh
no,
right,
exactly.
right. Okay, so I would. Yeah.
Basically, you have one for the party, and then you have 2 extras.
Oh, what a conflict! Because I would like Pebble would feel horrible by there being like 3 extra people.
Well,
and-
I thought the reasoning was that the mom and the kid could maybe share a bun or something, because like that might be a lot of sugar for one child.
We didn't know there would be a grandmother here
That's
as well.
true.
You did not.
Yeah, but I would go like, oh, sorry, I didn't expect so many people here. I mean, I bought these many. I mean, feel free to take however many you want. I mean, not however many you want. Feel free to take one.
The girl was just like, "Mom, can I have a bun, please, Mom?" The mum was just like, sure, yes, of course you can. Thank you.
No worries.
How is Pebble's height such that he wouldn't be able to? Would this be if Chad like reached down to take the tray out of his hand, like basically like present them to the mum
You can
and the
easily
child?
take the tray.
I mean,
off
Pebble,
me, for sure.
Pebble is human like you, but is on the shorter side. I think you
small.
said you were sort of
I'm tiny.
lower 5
Well, I
foot,
mean-
weren't you?
Yeah, he's not that short.
Yeah, you're not like gnome tiny. So you, but
I've been assuming that the Pebble was extra petite.
No, no. I mean,
it's because he throws off like Hobbit vibes. I think is the thing.
he's slim. He's like next to nothing. That's the thing. He's like very insignificant.
In my head, he's just Samwise Gamgee, basically, but
Aw,
human.
thank you. Anyway.
Yeah, but Chad's gonna be the one who actually presents
For
them
sure,
to the-
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Will Pebble be annoyed at that? Nah, not yet.
tell me. Yeah, you present it to Tibbet's climbed back onto the counter again, and she takes this bun, which is probably about the size of her head.
God!
Carly is not going to take one, so she's going to wait for the party and the guests. Because if all the guests want one, she's happy to give up.
Neither is Pebble either. Yeah, I
So,
would imagine that.
I assume, Chad, you're offering it to the gnomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Does
They all gratefully take one. Yes, Brask?
in doing so, does it like waft past Brosk's nose or anything like that?
Definitely.
Because he 100% would not be able to resist it.
It
But
is
I
the
thought-
same sort of scent that kind of stunned you last time.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
That's true.
That
Yeah,
kinda
so
sweet
I would
smell.
think of it as an enemy and like almost like bat it away.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to bat away the buns?
Won't. He'll just sort of like right now he's sort of hunched over because of all the stuff around, so he'll just sort of recoil like wildly away.
Yeah, as you recoil wildly away, sort of back into one of the alleyways, you do bump into Christina, who's just emerging.
Oh, hello!
Ah!
Ah! Hello!
Have I seen Dolfo before as well?
Well, no, that's what I was about to say. As you turn around seeing Christina, you do see kind of down next to Christina is this small, again, I'll describe it, kind of imagine Ditto, but like Azure Blue, and like no face, just these kind of blobby little arms, just looks at you and goes,
Ah!
Ah!
Like, whips
Bye,
out Dragon
it's
Fang.
No. Oh,
God.
even the music turned minor then. Sorry.
if you whip out Dragon Thing, Dofo just goes, and just disappears. You watch as he turns into like this blue like line, and just goes right up into Christina's amulet and disappears.
Do the rest of us see any of this?
What are your passive perceptions, Chad's, Pebble, and Nathalia?
Mine is 15.
15. Okay.
Passive
10.
possession. 12.
12. Okay. So I'll probably say, because Brask is obscuring this from happening, you hear some noises. So I'll say, all of you, there is a commotion, obviously. You heard Brask go, ah, and then, ah. But I'd say only Athalia actually catches this little creature that it gets sucked up into Christina's amulet.
Chaz gonna be like, Brask, she's with us. You don't need to attack. She's not. You don't have to attack, Christina. Like, it's fine. Okay, look, guys, we're fine. Absolutely, everything's okay. Now, ladies, would you like the buns? Has everyone had a bun that they wanted to have a bun?
We established
I've
that you
already
were
had
roles, though.
So Tibbet's taken one, the little girl's taken one, Ms. Gibson takes one, the mother doesn't. She's like, I'm very kind, but I'm fine, thank you.
Are you sure? It's really no trouble.
Just for the sake of, roll me an insight check on this lady.
Ooh, I can do that.
Diabetic.
You see the EpiPen in her pocket.
9.
9, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get much. This lady obviously is you get obviously the sense that she's not interested in having a bun. You don't know why. You don't think it's like in a rude kind of way. She's happy enough that you offered, but she just doesn't seem interested in taking part.
Cool.
Yeah. I have one more question about the whole dog thing. Yeah.
Of course.
This the cart that may or may not have been heard. Any indication about which direction that might have been going?
She looks towards Tibbet, like, just big. You see, like, just like, I'm assuming these buns we're talking about are like iced buns, by the way, not like just bread
Oh
rolls.
yeah.
I thought they were, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I had in my
something
head.
out of that
You can
sweet
see she's got like icing like mostly around her face now, like almost
Aw.
immediately. She's basically taken the top of the bun and just gone and just started eating it.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, I
but
love
she's
it.
now like trying to think out loud. I'm gonna roll a
The
check for her.
imagery is pristine.
Darling will maybe say to help the small child, like, which way did Daisy run?
Okay, I'll let her roll again. That helped.
Like
She
it.
did get a natural one, but I'll take a little bit of help. Not much
Like it
higher.
on the record.
But it's not a natural one.
Brask is disgusted by her because she's covered in the
Covered
icing.
in the enemy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
She
so
thinks
good.
along her like, Daisy ran away. away
is
from the
a
shop.
direction.
And
She
let
looks
us
really-
go!
She looks really proud of the information she's given. It's like,
Chad just lets there be a beat of silence, and he just turns to the two gnome ladies. She's like, children are an absolute joy.
Tali says thank you to Tibet and sort of pats her on the head.
did I help?
You did very, very much so. You've been wonderful.
Arr!
Like, Mom, I helped! I helped! She doesn't hear you, Brass, because she's shouting at that point.
After sniffing and inspecting the bone, is Brask able to trail that scent in any direction?
Yeah, so you probably want to start heading out the shop to do that. So you're making your way out the shop. Does anyone else want to do anything here? Bear in mind, if you want to buy any equipment or anything like that, this is obviously a place to try and do that. You don't have a lot of money. Oh, I assume before you're leaving, Christina, you're going to buy the toy.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Hello. We're gonna go look for this dog, but my friend really likes this little cat. Insert cat here.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I've got no money, so can I take the cat?
So you're talking at this point directly to who are you talking to? Are you talking to the gnome lady or the grandmother?
Grandma,
Grandma,
because she looks nice.
She's also the one who runs the shop and is sat behind the counter, so that is the appropriate person to ask.
Yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Since you're literally just asking a lady to go, can I just have this?
Yeah. Oh, natural 20. 24.
Wow!
Wow.
Chad
Yeah.
is still lingering at the the counter.
I have a question. Have they seen the blobby boy? Have we established this? Like, not
So
us, but them.
No, the gnomes didn't see
right.
them. Like, it was, again, Brass was obscuring a lot of what was happening at that
Mm.
point. So,
Hmm.
the little gnome lady, the little gnome grandmother, she looks at you like, oh, as you're doing a favor for my great granddaughter, go on then, you can have it.
Oh, thank you very much. Dofo, look what I got for you.
But before you move, she does grab your hand and is like, but you better bring that dog back. Enjoy
Come
the
here.
toy!
Okay, bye. Marches away.
Chad sort of raises an eyebrow and sort of nods, like just like he appreciates the hustle. That's
Yes.
As you're leaving, Chad, she just gives you a little wink, like, I hope to see you soon.
Oh, oh dear.
with
Right.
with Hound, I'm sure.
This is not my plan for this character. I don't know where it's going.
It is my plan now.
Anyway, sorry, what's
Is Pebble still in the shop?
You still in the shop, Pebble?
I am still in the shop. I'm not so quick to react.
Because as people are leaving, Tali might say to Pebble, like, sort of away from like the child and stuff, just you know, Pebble, do you think it's worth buying some sort of net? You know, I know we want to convince the dog to follow us. I know you're great with animals, but a net could be helpful just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I only have 3 copper though.
Oh, but I have the
Oh, yeah, of
money
course.
Yeah.
Like Unai genuinely forgot. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Let's have a look quickly.
Can I have a bun, by the way?
Oh yeah, sure. Have it. How many are there left? 1 sec.
So 2 are taken by the gnomes.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't matter. Sorry, but go on.
2 are taken by the gnomes.
yes.
There's enough for the rest of the party, so there will be enough for Athalia.
Fantastic.
Chad and Christina, if you wanted to grab a bun on your way out, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, Chad took his first. Before
Oh,
Of
God,
course. Before you even offered it to anyone, of course.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like, Chad's off carbs.
Yeah. Have a.
Are these gluten-free buns?
I
Yeah.
mean, normally, yeah.
It's a cheat day. It's a cheat day.
It's a cheat day, of course it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So Athalia, I'm hoping the bun is wrapped in like a packaging.
I wasn't
probably
picturing
wouldn't
it. Yeah, I wasn't picturing it wrapped. I was picturing it in like, I don't know if like a basket, not even basket, like parchment paper or something.
But she's
Probably-
gonna, if there's paper in the basket, she's gonna like take enough.
We'll
of it
say
and
there's
I'm
some,
gonna
like,
wrap up the
paper.
bun to keep it safe. Okay, some very important things to sort out.
Okay.
But then Tali's gonna go to the lady who runs the shop and ask if hi, before we head off, do you have a net?
I'm sure there's a net in here somewhere if you can find it. Probably. Just like you see a scan the shot. Like,
Probably there.
over that way.
I
I
go.
think.
Chad just like pokes his head around and is like, who's a net?
No.
What?
A net.
And Brask pops out. Is she missing?
And I,
Imagine the weird like Scooby-Doo head round the wall.
just for anyone who doesn't know, we are an improv comedy group, okay?
And we are so good at it.
Oof, yes.
Allegedly the best.
Anyway, coming back to so you ask her about a net, and she points in direction. So if you want to go and try and find the net, I need you to roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Can
I go
Pebble
too.
help? Like, can we maybe one of us roll but with advantage?
'Cause I
was
If
thinking-
we're going together.
If you're working together, one of you can have advantage.
I have. I don't know if. Yeah, Expeditious Retreat doesn't really do anything here because I
Unless you
wouldn't be
move faster.
precise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
It doesn't help you find things.
No.
No. This is an investigation check, so whichever of you has the higher investigation bonus can do
Okay,
this with
so,
advantage.
so I am at +1.
I'm also at +1.
Oh, really?
So, doesn't matter. Tell you what, roll one each and we'll go for the higher one.
Okay.
We'll do it that way.
That's a good idea.
That's neat. Ooh, I rolled 19 +1, 20.
I rolled an 8, so we'll go
Okay.
with nice Pebble.
Neat.
So you go around the shop, and it is like this shop has no rhyme or reason to it. It is just things are kind of everywhere. So you do happen to find a net, like a big kind of like weighted net that can be used to capture a dog maybe. But it's very bizarre because like it's next to a bottle like a bunch of cooking pans and also a briefcase, and it's just there's no sense here. But there is a price tag on it, and I think it is. Sarah, you have the book last. I think it was
Oh, I do have. the book.
5 silver. I think is what it was.
I will find out for us.
There's a price tag on it. It says a price, which Sarah's going to find out for us in a second.
Please hold.
But are you basically picking it up and heading back to the counter?
Yes.
Okay. So you grab that up and you make your way back to the counter.
Well, it's 1 gold piece, so I don't
Okay.
know what that translates into.
So 10 silver.
real world. 10 silver. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We have that one.
pricey.
It's a hefty
Pricey net. Yeah.
Yeah, so it says 10 on the little. So it says 10 steps on the little label. So you return with this at the counter. You can see that Lauren has disappeared, maybe gone upstairs. Tibbet is maybe lost in the shop again. You don't know, but Miss Gibson's still behind the counter. It's like, oh, you found it. Good. I'm surprised it was over there.
Well, yes, we found it. So, and she sort of pulls out the little coin pouch and takes 10 and puts it on the counter.
I will just say that the way I like to do things here, if you prefer, I'd rather you trade an item for an item. I'd rather have something be useful for something that's not. Or you can just pay the money. I don't mind.
Do I
Pebble,
have anything? 1 second.
do you have anything you're not using at the moment?
I don't think I would be wearing. I don't think Pavel would be wearing much. I'm just like
Looking
checking.
in your inventory on
Yeah.
D&D Beyond.
Equipment. There we go. I've got a backpack, bedboard.
But if not, she will just take the money for it.
Tali will say, unless Pebble
What
brings out
is-
anything, Tali says, Tali doesn't have anything of equivalent worth. So, I'd
No
prefer you
worries.
to take the money.
Money works for me, but if you ever do, I give a little bit of a discount on items for trade. I prefer to have things and find things a new home.
That's good to know.
Yeah, we could definitely use that in the
So,
future. for
if you
traveling.
give her 10 steps, she'll give you the net.
Yes.
The hen net.
Anyway,
Good to see you guys.
Bye.
we've been small
I
and
like
mighty.
that.
Good enough.
Yes, we have.
Yes, so you grab the net. Okay. Are you then making your way out of the shop?
Yes.
Okay. So while you guys have been doing that, Brask, Chad, and I think Christina, you made your way out of the shop. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you make your way back into that busy indoor market. Again, you're kind of at one of the shops at the sides of it, but there is just that mass of colours and noise and food smells and bells ringing and nonsense like that. But you're going to try and be the scent hound, right? That's what's going to happen?
Yes.
Okay. So I will have you roll me. This would be a survival check.
Ooh.
Great.
Everyone.
everyone.
We got 14.
Okay, 14.
Alright.
Just need to check something actually.
Not for a while.
So you've got this button, and are you put like right shoving it up against your nose, trying to get a big whiff, and then try and follow it? That's the plan.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you go, and you do, I imagine, very Scooby-Doo style, like start pointing in your direction. And you do get a sense of the smell, and kind of unsurprisingly, at the moment, it is leading directly out of the indoor market. But if you follow that for a bit longer, you come to the edge of the actual main street, and the scent is heading west and sort of towards I described it last time, but you're in this sort of outer part of the city, and then this kind of walled part of the city which is older. This scent is leading you that way.
Then Brask will walk towards it with a sort of Terminator-like efficiency.
So
Do we catch
well,
them?
this is what I was going to say. I will say, for the sake of Chad and Christina, even, you see Brass starting to walk off while two of your companions are still in the shop.
Yeah. Guys, guys, he's the lizard's doing the thing again. We might need to chop and Brask.
I think it's like about time we
Good chap.
can go, and I start like just going that way.
So Chad kind of moves you along as you're going, and you kind of try and keep up. As you're walking along on this route, Christina, you feel once again, and rolling out next to you is Dotho, who's kind of like trying to roll a little ball next to you, trying to keep pace as you're moving along.
You know I can just carry you. I mean, look what I got. Look what I got. I mean, I'll make the amulet, but okay. How do I?
You try and hold, and although this is like a gelatinous thing. It's kind of got a jelly-like form, and you can grab it. And so you pick up Dofo, and he's just like a baby, like wobbling his arms towards the little cat toy. Like,
Right, note to self: buy a baby backpack.
but are you giving the toy to Dofo?
Yeah, I am. And he's like, here you go. Look what I got for you.
So
now you've got better behave, all right?
The hand touches the toy, and you watch as the toy kind of like goes like kind of into
Inside.
it.
Oh boy.
But then you watch as Dofo's form kind of like just shifts a little bit, and then Dofo suddenly transforms into a cat.
Oh!
And you now have like
Yay!
on your shoulders is a cat that looks identical to this toy. You can describe what kind of cat it is if you would like to, but Dofo is now taking on a cat form.
Question: has Dofo absorbed the cat? Is this stuffed cat inside Dofo now, or does Christina have two cats, a plushie
As
one
far
and
as
Dofo?
Christina's aware, the toy went into the arm, and now Dofo is a cat.
Yes! Oh, I love him so much.
This is my game. So this cat is going to be based off my grandma and granddad's cat. It's a black cat, but it's got a white bib, white socks on its paws.
Aww.
Not like markings, not real socks. That'd be a bit weird if a cat was bought with socks. That's what we're going for. And like a black tail with a white tip.
Lovely.
So yes, so Dofo is now a cat, and for your sakes, Verity, if you look at the actual stat block for Dofo, Dofo can now transform into a cat and out of a cat. Well, kind of whenever you/it wants to.
I'm just gonna
Makes me so happy.
break it. How realistic was the toy?
The toy was not very realistic, but the cat that Dofo has turned into is very realistic.
Damn it. Okay.
It's like a really low poly cat. Like,
Yes.
Really, like...
I need that.
But it is a strange sight for the rest of you. If you like, guys, as you're moving, following Brass, if you turn back and look at Christina, you can see that she now has a cat on her shoulders. That is just kind of like perching
Lovely.
on her shoulders.
And we didn't watch the entire metamorphosis, right?
Nah,
So
I imagine I was picturing that Christina was kind of at the back because Dofo was kind of slow as it was rolling,
Mhm.
and you guys are following Brask. You missed that part, but you now see Christina with a cat.
Nice. I'm gonna definitely go like, Christina, making friends already. Hello. And I look at the cat.
Cat's like,
Chad's gonna see this and sort of hang back a little bit so that he's there with Christina.
Harvey is also going to hand back if Chad's going back there.
everyone but Brask is hanging
Do
back.
anything weird.
Basket is getting further and further ahead of us.
Yeah.
Just gonna be like, that was it's a much more alive cat than the one you bought there. That's a pretty good find.
Yeah, I know. Amazing what you can find in a pawn shop. Hey.
Yeah.
Great.
As Chad approaches, you do see as Dofo the cat just like towards Chad.
Oh. Ofo, it's fine. Chill. We like to keep it chill here. No drama. No drama. Yeah.
Chad's gonna reach out and try and pet Dofo.
Make me an animal handling check.
Ah.
Does any of us know about the existence of Dofo from the previous episode?
Tali.
No, right?
Can Tali try and like? Do they know about animals being able to change into other animals?
Probably an Arcana check, because none of you saw Dotho last episode, last time, because that Dotho appeared when Christina was in her room alone, and then disappeared back into her amulet before you set off.
Yeah.
And that was the first time Christina saw it as well, right? Or
You don't know.
okay.
21. So when you saw the kind of weird blue blob thing, you're not familiar with what that is. But it's not unheard of to have like kind of shape-shifting creatures, especially for familiars. You get the sense this might be a familiar of Christina's, and it might be capable of shape-shifting. So yeah, I would say you can put two and two together.
Okay.
And you saw something to do with the amulet as well, as you saw it go suck into the amulet, so you think they all might be loosely connected. You're not quite sure how yet.
Okay.
That was a 10 on my animal handling.
It's passable. The cat Dotho isn't like hissing you, but also isn't like loving it. It's just kind of like accepting it. It's like,
It's a cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is just a cat.
But anyway,
What?
As-
Okay.
I was going to say, has Brask one noticed that nobody's following, like that people have drifted further behind, or did he potentially hear the hiss and like recognize it as an aggressive sound?
what's your passive perception? It's fairly decent, isn't it?
My passive perception is 13.
13. Yeah, you probably would have heard the hiss.
Well, and he would have immediately turned around, sort of dragon fang at the ready, take on whatever hostile creature was attacking his team.
Sure.
And how much of what he sees does he understand? Does he see it as being unhappy in a kind, sort of banal situation, or does it look different from a distance?
Yeah, so what you would have seen is you would have heard the hiss, but not seen it. You turn around and probably seen Chad stroking this little beast on Christina's shoulders.
I know what a cat is.
Roll me a nature check.
11.
11. You're... Yeah. Vaguely aware. You might have seen, like... There probably
Some sort of quadrupedal animal.
You might have seen like a bigger cat.
like a wild cat kind of thing, probably in the swamps where you originate from. This is a very tiny... You think this is a baby. This is a baby version of like a swamp cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was going to say, does Brask think Christina and Chad have found the dog? From the description that he heard.
I was waiting for that.
Dog.
I would say you're not sure. You need to find more information.
Okay, then Brask will stomp up to this cat and sniff it
Yeah. Okay.
in its face.
The cat just sort of like backs off a little bit weirdly as you do this. But getting sniff, I'm not gonna make you roll for this. This cat does not smell like the bone you're following. So this might be a dog, but it's not the right dog.
Okay, so he'll like walk up to it, get right up in its face, sniff it. Then once he realizes it's not it, just sort of exhale right on its face and turn around and start stomping away again.
Oh,
The cat does a little shake thing.
As we are sort of walking, Tali is gonna sort of chat with Pebble and Pebble.
Mhm.
You're pretty good with animals. So I was thinking when we find the dog, maybe you could, go first and try to coax it. And I have its toy, and she sort of hands the
Okay.
the bone.
Thank you. Yeah, I can try. As long as Brask doesn't, start running away and into the distance.
It's okay. We can.
He's fairly easy to see because he's a 7-foot-tall draken in a city full of mostly humans. He stands out both in height and in scales. So yeah, relatively speaking, he's quite easy to follow for a crowd. And also to point, as he walks through crowded streets, the crowded streets kind of part, but like, oh, what is the dragon doing here? And there's kind of a lot of that, so it's quite easy to find.
And I'm currently looking at that and I'm like, yeah, I think that wouldn't be a problem. And we continue.
Yeah. If you can't, convince it to come with us, I will be on standby with the shakes the net.
Okay.
Worth saying actually, Athalia, if you go on D&D Beyond and go to equipment and search
Yeah,
items,
I added it already.
great.
Did it?
Cool. So as you're traveling, so you're following Brask, and Brask, for probably about next sort of somewhere between like 10 to 15 minutes, you are following this scent. And you have a great, and you're just being led further and further to the west, away from this shop. While you're traveling, can someone roll me a d20?
4. Sorry.
Yay.
Okay.
Classic Chad.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Uh,
We are fine.
Sorry, we're not doing like golf style roll.
What?
First roll wins, right?
yeah, that's absolutely what it is. Okay.
Well, the
Just
music
remind me
changed.
who. It's on the loop. Just remind me who has a passive perception of 15 or higher. I think it's Thalia.
Definitely not
Anyone
me,
else?
I think. Passive perception.
Nope.
Passive perception. Oh no, I'm on 12.
Well, if anyone does, so Thalia definitely, and anyone else does, as you're walking and following Brass again, you're kind of leading through streets and kind of down narrow passageways and stuff. Something does catch your eye, and it's something you would have noticed as you started walking. But the fact that this is following you is making you kind of draw attention to it. You do see kind of hopping from rooftop to rooftop and moving along with you. There does appear to be this raven. It's just following you.
Okay.
At first it seemed like maybe it was just a bird doing what a bird does, but after sort of 10-15 minutes of traveling, it starts to get more and more suspicious to you that there's just this raven that is just seemingly going down every single street you are, going flying ahead of you, stopping, waiting for you to go and pass it, then flying ahead of you, stopping, waiting for you to go past it. If Brass turns down the right, it goes down the right with you.
Okay. First question for Athalia. Is a raven in any way connected to the people who may be trying to find her?
Ooh, no.
Okay, that's fine.
Ravens are, as far as you are aware, ravens are not associated, like an icon-wise, or even like they don't use them as messengers or anything like that. Like
Okay.
they're not associated with the people trying to find you.
She would probably tell Pebble that, Pebble.
Mhm.
So don't panic and don't do anything. But I think that raven is following us.
Where? Oh. And I see
Maybe a
it, right?
perception check,
Does
Pebble.
Pebble see? Oh, perception check.
Make me a
Of course.
perception check.
Of course.
I'll love it if Pebble does not get high and then Athalia just looks crazy.
No. 12 plus 2, 14.
14. Okay. I'll say now you're actively looking for it. You do turn and see this raven. But as you are looking up, you almost like meet eyes with this raven, who seems to very strangely be staring down at you, and you just watch it just and just flies off somewhere else into the
Damn,
city.
I was gonna try to communicate. Okay.
Almost as if it noticed you looking at it, and then flew off.
Oopsies. Okay. No.
Very
yeah.
self-conscious. It's very self-conscious, Raven.
No, don't look at me. Ah!
It's so Raven.
It was a matter of time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You doing anything else with that at the moment, or are you just going to carry on walking and contemplating?
I mean, I don't think I can do anything, right?
No, that's fine. I was just like talking about it or anything else, or like I said, you can just kind of carry on and just.
Yeah, we just carry on.
Okay.
Do you know? Tali might kind of Pebble. Do you know? Is there anybody who keeps ravens or uses ravens for anything?
One sec. Pebble wouldn't know, right? Or well, maybe Pebble
In the
does
city.
know.
Make me a nature check. See what
Nature check. Nature check.
know about
Where is
ravens.
that? Nature check. Oh, here. 16.
16. Okay. So no one, as far as you're aware, no one like keeps ravens. They're not like a pet. They're not used for sending messages or anything. They're not typically a trained animal. You are aware of there's various sort of myths and omens about ravens. they're supposed to be, people worry that a raven sighting can spell someone's death, soon coming death. It could be good omens sometimes. There's a lot of mixed kind of messages around them, but it's
Right.
mostly ravens are not usually a good sign. It's kind of what you know of them, but you're not aware of anyone like keeping them training or anything like that.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, I would say like no. Although it is concerning
Why?
that it flew away so quickly. I've never seen a raven, make eye contact and then fly.
Yeah, it's exactly that point as well. Is that
Hmm.
usually ravens, if you do see them, like most birds, staring at them is not enough to make them fly away.
No.
There seemed to be almost something conscious about this, like it was trying not to be seen by you or something like that, and being spotted made it want to leave.
Mate, I'm befriending like not ravens but crows in real life when I go to the park, and yeah, they look at you and they don't fly away. Very cute.
An expert on the matter, then. It's perfect.
Yep. Yeah, sure. Anyway.
But yeah.
Is that said out loud, Pebble?
What, the befriending them at the park?
No. Just about
That's just
like,
me.
that bit, the bit.
Yeah, like
I'm looking at it
usually, yeah, I would say it. Like usually, but I would probably assume you already know. Like usually they don't, you make contact with a bird, it doesn't really fly away.
Maybe it's not just a bird.
Okay.
Just
Everything's
keep an eye out.
fine.
Just keep an eye out. Let me know if you see
Yep.
anything else.
Okay,
That's,
yeah, I will.
Weird.
But you carry on walking even, and you continue. Brask, you, after about probably 10 more minutes, so about 20 minutes total since you left the shop, you start to lose track of that scent. It seems to be the scent as it was moving further and further into the city. You're starting to get to busier parts of it, and it seems like maybe the people traffic and stuff has just kind of worn away the scent, so to speak, and you come to kind of like a junction where you've lost track of that for the moment. But I think before we kind of see what you do next to kind of track this dog, this is probably a good time for a break.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
have a 10-minute break.
We will be back at 10 past, or shall we do what
Just
time
do
is it?
10 minutes, so
12 past? 12 past.
Do 12
okay,
past.
1 second. I have to set that up. Sorry.
Maybe 13 past.
Oh, okay, 13 past. There
Maybe
we
13
go.
past.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, 13 past, yes. 1 second.
Yeah, so we'll pick up in a minute,
And yeah, so see you in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
see you in 10 minutes.
See you then, guys.
We'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're back! So, just to remind you where we left off, you guys, Brass was following the, I had the stream ones, I heard myself twice then. So yes, you were following Brass. Brass was following a scent through the city, and you just got to a point of like an intersection, which is quite busy, and you've lost track of that scent. As you are trying to track down Daisy the dog.
Chad is going to immediately want to he's not going to ask anything or anything. He just wants to see if there are any carts that are rattling around that are going in any particular direction.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Now, you'd think that me saying that and having had 10 minutes, I would have got the perception check ready. That is an 11.
11. So, yes, there are carts moving around. The problem is the carts moving around in kind of every direction. So at the moment you're kind of like on, say, like a T-junction, let's say, and there are carts rattling, that way, coming around. It's a fairly busy intersection you've got onto. But yeah, you do see carts.
Brass has
What-
stopped, right? He stopped walking.
I was going to say, at what point in the intersection has Brass stopped? Is he right in the middle of it, or?
Yeah, definitely. Brass would have
Nice.
stopped right in the middle of the road, I imagine.
Brask, is something wrong?
No, it's gone.
Okay.
He's lost.
Shall we not stand in the middle of the road?
The dog was here.
Yeah, Yes, we need to figure out where it went, but we're in the way.
In the way where the dog went.
And you can see at this point a cart with a horse turning towards you. The cart driver is like, "Get out of the way!" And he kind of swerves around you.
I'm sorry. Let's just kind of start gently, sort of like guiding him to like. Let's just regroup and think.
He's like an old
about
man that's
it.
wandered off.
Yeah. Lovely.
Okay, but so the whole time Brask has the toy and he's just like.
Yeah.
Just trying to pick it up somewhere.
Yeah,
Brask,
so
you're pretty you seem pretty good at tracking. Do you see any markings or fur or something around here?
Does he?
roll me a perception check.
8.
8. Again, no, like you can see like any markings, tracks that might have been moved by people walking. Cobblestone streets don't really leave much in the way of space for like footprints or markings. If there's any like fur loose, it's probably been pushed or blown away by people moving around.
Are there any signs pointing to where the different roads at this junction go to?
Yeah, there would be. So there would be a sign that's sort of pointing towards the what's it called? Brain's gonna need to look at my map. The market district in the main market district in Dowbridge. It has a name, but I suddenly forgot what it's called. Merchants Row. That's it. So the sign pointing towards Merchants Row one way. There's another sign probably on the other side that's pointing towards the. It's not like a street sign, but it seems to be signage pointing towards the Blackstone Brewery, and then other kind of like other businesses. You see a lot of like a brewery district, I guess, kind of in one direction. That's kind of where the fork in the road is going.
And then the Haymarket's behind us, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, you've just come from Hammercot Square Market.
Yeah. So guys. Right. So if you just kidnapped a dog, or dog napped a fine hound, would you want to immediately go shopping, or drinking?
You're
That's
assuming
the
the dog was kidnapped. It could have just chased the cart and gotten
But-
lost.
That is a good point. I'm at some point. I'm sure I'll address my assumptions.
But not today.
But not today. Well, okay. To expand on that, if you were a dog, would you want to go shopping, or would you want to go go drinking?
Pebble?
I think
Brask has no idea what a dog is, so he just repeats the last thing you said. He just goes, drinking.
I think
Wait, did Brask make the check to see if there was like evidence of dog?
He didn't find anything.
Okay, that's fine.
Nada.
I think well, I mean, it's a dog that was bought not long ago, right? Was that
A
what
couple
they?
years ago.
At least
A couple of years. Oh, right.
A couple of years ago for Tibbet's birthday.
So it would be used to the entire overwhelming city scene by now. So
Are
It
there? Sorry.
it wouldn't
Carry
have run away if nothing chased after it.
It may have if whatever was in the cart was it wanted whatever, like if there was food or something.
Brask is gonna pull out the toy, but like, more of these?
Maybe.
I thought I had the toy. 1 second.
Yeah, I did.
That's alright.
Brass reaches into Pebble's pocket and pulls out the toy.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can happen.
No, good point. Brask. Does that have a label on it at all?
Brask know what a label is?
No.
No.
Then he will confidently say, yes.
Okay. You froze there. That's fine. You're back. Yeah, good.
Brask, old chap, good pal, friend, buddy. Could I have a look at that, please?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
As Chad is kind of having a little nosy at the label, Tali is just gonna, like, in the area around where we're sort of chatting and standing, just kind of start calling out for the dog.
Okay.
What was
Like,
the dog's
Daisy.
name again? Yeah, Daisy.
Daisy! Maybe
Make
getting like a
me-
ration out. If I have a ration, I think I
Sure.
have one.
Make me an animal handling check.
Hmm. Can I use the heroic moment after I roll? If I don't
Yeah.
like the roll?
Yes, you can.
Oh no, hang on, it fell off the table. Natural 20. I don't have to use my heroic
Wow.
moment. Get out,
Hey.
anyway. +3, 23.
So you're shouting, you're like, Daisy.
One of us just goes, I'm Daisy.
Yes.
The real
Um,
Scooby-Doo.
So you're shouting at Daisy and holding out a ration, okay? So wave it round, and what happens is you hear a bark coming from like a nearby alleyway,
Oh,
and running out the alleyway is a dog, not Daisy. Though you don't see a silver Labrador Retriever. You see some other kind, probably more like a
Pug.
kind of a pug. You found a pug.
Nice.
A pug comes
Amazing.
running out of the alleyway, and this dog comes running up to you like.
Okay.
Brask is gonna take a defensive stance against it immediately. He thinks it's
No, no,
attacking.
no. It's fine. It's fine. Pebble.
Yes. Oh, hello. Can I
Friend.
start talking to the dog?
I feel like I totally interrupted Chad's investigative moment. I'm very
It's
sorry.
alright. He
No, it's
deserves
all
that.
Come back to that in a second. I mean, yeah, Chad can be distracted by the phone while this is happening. Yeah, so what does it look like when you cast this spell, Pebble?
I don't think it looks like anything. I just start talking to the dog, like, "Oh, hello, friend," and I just like pet the dog, and it's
Yeah,
like, "Hey,
you start
how
talking to the dog, and the rest of you guys, you just hear the dog starts barking. Pebble, you hear, I heard you calling for Daisy!
I mean, we're looking. Sorry, we're looking for another Daisy. Have you seen? How can I explain Labrador Retriever to a pug? Pugs are fairly intelligent.
I know Daisy! I saw Daisy! She came through here the other day!
Okay,
I'm loving the shoulder movement.
nice.
Can I Tani like break off a tiny bit of the ration and just sort of chuck it, like feed it to the dog, like a...
Oh, I don't have to
I can
cast
take
it.
you to her. I can show you where she went. She went running through here, but I saw her.
Okay, which way? Which way?
For 3 rations.
Nasty.
What are you saying?
Oh, give her 3 rations, I guess. How many do we have? How many do we
If you're
have?
looking at inventory, you'll see. You probably have like 10 each.
I don't.
I had like one,
Oh, ration. One
but that could
second.
have been.
where
Oh,
is
maybe
it
I
in
didn't have one.
If you're looking
Let's
at
say in
your
inventory.
equipment, that's the word. 3
Uh,
rations in there. Not all of you might have
Oh no,
them,
I
but
had
some of you-
two.
I have-
I had two.
I have 10. Brask will just give 3 immediately.
Yeah.
If that's the means to the end, he'll just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This pug jumps up and just snatches these from you and just starts chomping down these. And imagine they're like kind of like, I guess, like a jerky kind of thing, like dried meats, and just starts to just tearing into this jerky on the floor, devouring it almost immediately. It's like, right, so you want to find Daisy?
Yes.
Well, come on then, and starts running. And at the speed a pug does, which is obviously not very fast.
No. Oh,
You just start seeing this pug running. I assume you're following it.
yes.
We gotta go, Chad. We gotta go.
I've got one question before Chaz's reaction. Was Pebble speaking English to the pug, or was he
I
speaking
think-
pug to the pug?
Oh,
No.
that's a
So
very good
Pebble,
question.
Pebble speaks in common. You can
Okay.
understand what Pebble's saying. The dog does not speak. You, for as far as you're concerned,
Okay.
the dog barked at him.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Chad looks up from the bone and says, "Oh yeah. This bone says that we should go over there. So great. Let's go."
God. Okay.
How relative to like how fast he was stomping forward before, how slow is this dog, Brass?
This dog. Well, your movement speed is probably 30, isn't it? This dog moves at about 15, so about half speed.
That would be incredibly infuriating for Brask. So he's gonna hold it up in front of him like a compass.
Yeah. Pug keeps like wiggling and running.
Yes! Oh my god, yes.
Pebble, you
I
hear the
love
dog
it.
like, yes, perfect, this way. Just keep
Oh,
like
it does-
swimming.
Dog doesn't mind. Oh, I love. But hang on, have we established if this dog's name is also Daisy, or he?
You didn't ask the dog anything. The dog just
Alright.
started saying he knew where Daisy was.
Okay.
You haven't even verified that information.
I mean, how? How could I have verified it?
Ask if the what marking Daisy has.
Ask how it knows it's Daisy.
Okay. I'm assuming Tally has told me that. I don't know.
Brask has the dog.
We might want to check. Pebble, we might want to
Yeah.
check this dog is
So how
Legit.
does Daisy look? Is Daisy bigger than you?
So you're running to keep up with Brask because Brask is running along.
Is it? No, but I'm easy. I run easily. In
That's fine.
general. Oh well.
Um,
but Brass, yeah.
But the pug is still running as it kind of walks. It's like, yeah, Daisy, the silver dog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Silver dog.
Pebble,
Yeah.
ask what marking Daisy
What
has.
what marking does she have?
Had like a white splodge on the eye.
White splotch on the eye. What? Yeah. I think this is our Daisy. Nice. Thank you.
Does sound.
She ran through here shouting her name, saying, "Dad, can you hear me? Dad, can you hear me? It's Daisy."
Oh!
She went this way.
Oh. Do I relay that information once I was like, yeah, I was a little bit out of breath, but I say like, oh, she was looking for a dad.
Like her dog dad or like the little girl's dad.
I think because she's saying that it's Daisy, it means the human dad. But I mean, and the pug wouldn't know that. But yeah.
No, of course. I was just thinking out loud.
But I'm thinking,
Um,
I'm thinking that.
Chad's gonna catch up, jogging next to Christina. Is just gonna be like, yeah. So, what's going on?
Just running after a lizard man holding a pug.
Why has Brask got the running off with that dog?
Right. I'm looking at it, and what I can see is that this dog is laid in the way. He's got little legs, so Brass is trying to help. So I think we should just keep going with this direction and hope we find Daisy.
Right. Yeah. This is weird to you as well, right?
No! This is fine.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I teleported from like one end of the world to the other. I think anything that goes, let's go with it.
Perfect.
There's an awful lot I don't know about any of this. Good. I'll carry on jogging then.
Yeah. I also have a blob for a friend, so you know things can only go up from here.
Yes.
Right.
True.
Just gonna start sort of socially distancing. He's gonna carry on doing it, just like jog
Oh,
like a little bit further away
no.
from everyone
Oh
else.
dear.
Rude.
Yeah, very.
So
And
you,
Christina just goes, rude.
the sound of rude echoes through the streets as you continue running your way through. Brask running with the dog and the pug again swimming through
This
the air.
is Golden.
We
This
do
goes
full
on.
on.
Go on.
I was gonna say, can we go fully Scooby-Doo and be like running down one street and then back down another,
Yes.
and then we'll like run into each other.
For some
Yes.
reason, Frankenstein turns up halfway and he's run away. Anyway, you are following the directions of this dog for about 20 more minutes until the dog is like, okay, this is where I last saw her. She went over that way and just kind of points like, she got away from me. This
Okay.
dog, despite being carried, is absolutely exhausted.
Oh my gosh.
I love
Such an unfortunate creature.
bugs. Thank you very much. And I will reach to my backpack and I'll give the dog like 2 more rations
Yeah,
because
sure.
I've got like 10. I've just realized.
Make sure you're marking these off on.
Yes,
your
yes,
TV
yes.
run, by the way, but he just grabs them like, and just starts staring into them.
Very good.
Uh,
Such a good boy or girl. I don't
but by the way, that intersection you had before, the way you went was towards the sort of brewery areas. That's the way you headed.
Okay.
But yes, as far as this dog has told you, you've come to the end of the knowledge of this pug about where Daisy went.
But it gave us a direction.
Yeah, you said that sort of general direction, so pointing you basically down the street. What you can see is kind of where you were previously in kind of more like residential kind of areas. You start to look towards what appears to be the edge of town. You can see kind of where roads start to stop and almost like countryside starts to sort of start. But you also see kind of in a pocket or neighborhood, these large kind of factory or warehouse like buildings, and that's the direction that you've been pointed in
Okay.
by this pug.
Sorry, I messed up in my D&D Beyond. Sorry.
What is that?
I've removed my
Rations.
rations.
All the
Well,
rations.
All
That dog has 10 rations.
No!
I go to give the dog 2 rations and it snatches the entire thing.
No, please, I need to survive.
We'll fix it afterwards, don't worry.
Fair.
I want Brask to just sort of pat it on the head before he turns and just go straight towards the factory again.
Yeah, okay. So you start running towards this, and there's not like, it's quite a few.
You are a
There's still
faithful
like,
companion. You are a good boy.
Yes!
Yeah.
They are. Aww. Yeah,
as
okay.
you guys,
I've
do you
done.
guys chase after Brask?
Yeah, Atali will pat the small dog on the head. So thank you very much.
As you're leaving, the last thing you hear from this dog, Pebble, is just I'll always remember you.
Aw.
Yay! My friend!
Make your way off into the streets.
Right, now I feel bad.
As,
Never
as-
even learned its name.
Yeah, actually, no, hang on, what's your name?
You turn around, it's gone.
Oh.
as
Disappeared into the midday streets.
as Chad runs past, because
Yeah.
as Chad runs past it, he sort of looks at you. Okay, fine. We're leaving the dog
What a
behind, I
day!
guess.
It's like, oh, we're done with the dog now, are we? Okay.
Is Chad keeping up with everybody, or is he kind of lagging behind?
I love it behind, right? Social distancing and all that.
Giving us a saunter.
Chad's staying towards the back of the group at this point.
Oh, this is great.
But yes, you enter in this kind of this district of like factories and warehouses. What do you do next to try and locate this
While
dog?
we're moving, Tali's gonna say, Brask. Look, so just when we find the dog,
Yes.
I think we should let Pebble handle it.
Yes.
So you just don't do anything. Well, just don't let Pebble approach the dog first.
Please! Sorry.
Small and mighty, fine dog. He's small and mighty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Pebble is can speak with animals. So he goes first, and we all wait and just help if he needs help. Okay.
Yes.
So say it back to me. What are you gonna do when we find the dog?
Find the dog.
What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Turn dog.
No, you're going to wait with us.
For
And
the dog.
when we find the dog, you,
Can
you're
I?
gonna stay still.
Yes. I will not move when I see dog.
Okay, that can work.
I will. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's great. That's wonderful, Brask. Yes, that would be
But-
perfect.
He
I like
hasn't.
this idea that in like 7 sessions' time, you're going to be attacked by a dog, and Brass will be like,
Yes. But Brask, don't try to speak softly. Not just not move, but also speak softly when you see the dog. Anyway, yeah, whatever.
yes. Probably also, Chad, you'd catch some of that conversation about Pebble can talk to animals and
Yeah.
etc.
So Chad would hear that and he'd be like, "Ah, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense." Is that magic?
Mate, that's exactly what I did to the big bug in the session that we didn't stream. Ha ha ha. Anyway, sorry.
Better!
But Unai, I think Chad is asking Pebble right now.
Yes. No, but Chad was there. That's why I'm like,
But
what?
Chad wasn't. Chad
that
wasn't
was
there.
He
the
wasn't
question.
paying it. He wasn't that close.
I don't know how to explain it. I just, for a while I thought everyone could, but then I realized it was something I could do.
It's a gift.
Yeah. Okay. I just, we've been told to, be very careful about what we're doing with the old using magic in public thing.
I mean, it's not like
As the only member of Small and Mighty who's legally allowed to do magic, then just want to make sure that we're all staying.
Well, can you speak to animals, Chad? If you can do magic.
It's not it's not a skill I personally possess. I just wanted to just because I'm the only one who's legally able to do magic. Trying to make sure that we're laying low and we're not going to be going on the wrong side of the fine ladies and gentlemen who are tracking down the old father.
Okay.
And all staying in our places, we're not rising above our stations. Is this the factory? This must be where they make the bones. The dog likes. Yes, figured it out.
Dear.
Excellent.
You look, and the factory that Chad is pointing to clearly has a thing that says furniture on it.
I will continue the search.
Okay. So, what do you want to do? You want to do
Awkwardly
like?
walk away from Chad.
Yes.
In which case, roll me a perception check, please, Pebble.
Yes, of course. Percept. Oh, 19.
19. So this worked quite well. Because your spell would still be going, so you'd still be.
Yes.
'Cause although it doesn't cost it, you can kind of do it at will. It does obviously last for a short period of time.
I'll be shouting Daisy and all that.
Well,
Daisy.
what you do hear is you do hear the sound, kind of faintly, from a couple of streets maybe around the corner. You just hear this kind of faint, Dad, it's Daisy. Dad, it's Daisy. Can you hear me, Dad?
I know where Daisy is, and I start running that way.
Can
Tally
Brask? How fast is Pebble in relation to how fast Brask can go?
Technically speaking, you are the same speed as far as D&D is concerned.
Good.
Okay.
If
I wondered if he would be picked up as well.
However, Brask has got a wider stride because he's a lot bigger than Pebble, so you're more than welcome to try and pick Pebble if you want. Do the same thing with Pebble.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Pebble. When does Pebble notice this? That's the big question. Because Pebble's
Well,
gonna
you
cast
basically would
something.
feel as you're starting to move, you'd feel Brass try to like grab you underneath the shoulders. So
You're still walking, but then you're just walking on air.
Wow.
It depends really whether or not you would resist it or not.
Oh, I don't know. I'm conflicted because Pebble is conflicted because I know how scary Brask can be to the dog.
Yeah.
I know that Brask means well though, so that's like another thing.
I think I think I know what you're going to try and do. I think as Brass is going to do this, you could do that thing instead.
I can do Expeditious Retreat.
Yeah. Are you going to cast that?
But I'm hoping Brask doesn't become an enemy. Nah, Brask is too good for that. Yeah, I'm casting that. Oh shit!
Okay.
I cast it twice. One sec. Once. Okay.
Cool. Picks up the pace.
Suddenly
Yeah, so
I
what does
go
it
like-
look like? What does it look like when Pebble casts a spell?
Right. Do you know like the tire marks from Back to the Future? Not that. But that would be amazing though. Like, no. The thing about these spells, right? I mean, let me read about them because I think does it
I mean, you can read the spell, but it won't tell you what it looks like. That is more your decision. Like, what do you want it to look like when you cast this spell? The spell will tell you if it has a vocal component or like a hand movement. Let's have a look at that quickly for you.
Okay.
But as far as the actual effects, like you could glow, you could have your feet could catch
I
fire.
understand.
Like it's up to you what that looks like.
To be honest, like both Speak with Animals and Expeditious Retreat, Expeditious Retreat, I figure like I would be like sped up version of myself.
You just kind of see it's almost like a vibration to you. So yeah, so it has a vocal and somatic point. You do have to say something to cast this spell. So what do you?
Oh, okay. One sec.
And that can be a magic phrase, or it could be like I'm coming Daisy, and then just start running.
Also, it can vary depending on when I cast it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind how you do it. Just
Oh, I don't know. I just say, yeah, I'm coming.
so, Fransk, as you go to pick Pebble up, you watch as Pebble suddenly starts to move just a bit faster and starts moving away from you a bit quicker. As Pebble is now moving, basically, if you were dashing Brass, you would move 60 feet. Currently, Pebble is now moving 90 feet around, as it were. However, Pebble, as you're casting a spell, please roll me a d20.
Uh-oh.
Oh yes. One sec. How do you? Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's an 8.
That's fine. Nothing happens.
Yep,
So yeah,
I
you
know.
watch as just Pebble starts to vibrate, basically running off ahead of you guys.
Ask would celebrate this. See, he just wants somebody to get there as quick as possible. So you're like, ah!
Yes. That turned out good. Then I'm happy now.
Yes. Are you all?
Carry me!
Oh no.
But so, yes, you all start blasting out your way. Like Pebble, obviously ahead of the rest of you, but you are keeping pace with him. So Pebble, you get here first. So as you're kind of working your way through this kind of street, you see these like warehouses and kind of like smaller factories. Eventually, you find yourself kind of working your way down this kind of run-down streets, and there's old kind of abandoned businesses here, and you see this building, this kind of 2-story stone building. Like thick ivy covering it, but there is a painted sign across the brickwork which says Black Mountain Brewery. You can see kind of out the front of the building there seems to be kind of like an open like garage space, and then this glass window that leads into a quick glance that looks like maybe a shop front, and just outside that glass window you see a silver Labrador Retriever just going, Dad, are you in there? Dad, it's Daisy, Dad.
Hey, calm down. Who are you looking for? Who is Dad to you?
So you run up, and the dog sort of startled by you just boom.
Oh yeah, like, I would be like, yes, this is
Like-
this is
We were all
lovely.
telling Brask to chill out, but really,
I would be like super
Yeah.
gentle and soft, like, yeah, hey, calm down.
Mm.
But no, but also like, hey, calm down, like suddenly.
Yeah. So you turn up like a flash.
Like, whoa.
Um,
Yes.
This dog is stunned.
Don't worry.
Where did you come from?
I come here to rescue you.
Rescue me? No, I'm here to rescue my dad.
Okay, let's work on that together. What do you mean when you say dad?
My dad. He's in there. My dad.
Is he another dog? Is he another
No,
person
not
like
dog.
me?
Yeah, like you,
Okay.
but smaller.
Oh. Well. Let's see if we can find somewhere. Oh, by the way, my friends are coming. We are here to help you. One of them is quite big, but don't be scared. He's just
Help me
like
find my dad? You can help me find my dad?
Of course. He's a sweetheart, though. The big guy. You're gonna be fine with us. And I give
the cart here.
and I give her 2 rations.
Yeah. She doesn't actually eat the rations at this stage. She's like,
Okay, you can
I need
save
to find
them
my
for me.
dad.
Okay, it's fine. Well,
She
just
kind of leads you towards like what appears to be this open garage area. It's kind of like further down the building, and she kind of leads you there. And you guys start to approach at this point as you see Pebble following this silver Labrador to this kind of open garage space.
Pebble, wait.
for what?
Does Brask match this creature with the description of a dog that he's had thus far?
I mean, the thing is, so no one told you the pug was a dog, which is fun.
That's true.
It's true.
Because I was very much hoping that someone told you that was a dog, so then you didn't think this was a dog. But no, it's up to you really. Like, I don't know what's in.
like.
Can I
Like, this is
roll
a good
for it?
point. That is a good point. This would smell like the toy.
Oh, that's true. In that case, Brask will stop immediately.
Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, Tali, Pebble, just wait. Cause where are you going?
She's taking me to her dad. Her dad's supposed to
Hey, wait. Can you just come? Just bring. Okay.
The dog starts barking towards you, Athalia, and Pebble, you hear like, "Please, my dad's here. You gotta help, my dad."
She's so stressed.
Yeah, but okay, look, Pebble. This is the dog we need to return, right? And okay, if the dad is in there, we could come back for the dad and get the dog back home. But she'll be safe.
How do I convince her though? Can I drop
you
into and out
tell
of
her?
the spell? At will? Or would I...
you could just basically stop casting it and then recast it. That
Okay.
is something technically you could do.
We could tell her we will come back, but we need her to be safe because Tibbet misses her.
Right. Daisy. Aren't you forgetting a big part of your family as well? What about Tippet?
Tibbet, yes, I need to get Dad back for Tibbet and me. Dad, he's
sec.
here.
I'm gonna break
I
her
smell
action
him.
One sec. So the father is like completely like we know for certain that he's passed away, right?
He's missing. We don't know.
Oh, missing.
He went missing about a week before the dog did.
Right. I completely forgot.
Yeah, and the city watch is supposed to be looking for them, for him.
Okay.
As you're sort of deliberating this, like the dog does walk towards his garage, and then suddenly like points towards, and you see inside the garage there is a cart. There's a couple barrels on it. You can see that like burnt in marks as Black Mountain Brewery. It's like he was on the cart. I smelt him. I followed the cart. He's here.
I mean, if
The dad's just an alcoholic.
is
raided the brewery.
the garage open? Like, can we walk into the cart, or is it?
Yeah,
it's
so it
gonna
looks
take
like
work to.
What
get
what
there?
you're seeing about this place looks abandoned. This doesn't look like it's just an active factory. The garage itself, you can see, is like lined with dust. There are old barrels kind of tipped over. There is what looks like a pull down garage door thing, but it is just up, kind of tipped to the side. And there is just a cart here. No horse or anything on that. It's just a cart with a couple barrels on it.
I think Pebble is overwhelmed because Daisy is extremely insistent. Like, while the rest of the party hears barks, Pebble is just hearing that all the fucking time. So I'm just gonna, that's my first priority, man. Like, just gonna, okay, let's have a quick look. We can return you to the rest of your family who you have forgotten about. What?
Just so I'm clear, have you explained to everyone in the party that the dog is saying the dad's here? So like Chad has...
Oh right, I would be like, the dog is telling me like the dad is like right here. It will take us like no time, surely.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Brask is like, he's fit to explode. He's really trying to stay still.
Brask,
He's gonna explode if he doesn't help somebody soon.
Right, it's okay. Just come over here.
just don't startle the dog. Just that.
You did wonderfully, Brask. You were great. Just you can come over here and we can figure this out.
I'm speaking softly.
It's fine. I think
Wonderful.
at this point, Daisy is not paying attention to any of us. I would
Daisy's
think.
gone back to barking towards the building, shouting "Dad!" If you can hear her.
Okay.
If not, she's just barking.
Yeah, well, this is a win-win. Surely, we found the dog. Great win. That 250. 250 dog. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Good dog. 200. That's 250. Sept, and then if Dad's just inside, then that's even more money. Surely.
We don't know what's in that building. The dad could be in there, sure, but there could be bandit, criminals, bad people.
I'm up for a good scrap if you are.
Brask
Someone
is
needs
just
to stay
nodding
with
profusely
Tom.
at Chad.
Yep.
We
See.
look, we can't just let the dog run into the building because the dog's gonna get itself killed.
Okay,
They're bad
allow me
people,
to negotiate.
Yeah. So
the dog needs to be safe first.
So we need some covert operation. I'm with you. Yeah.
I've got a proposal. Could I let Dofo look after the dog? We go into the building.
The cat on your shoulder kind of like perks up, like.
Is
You-
Dofo
Hey,
able? Is Dofo someone we can trust to take care of a dog?
It'll keep it calm.
Are you sure about? Well, I mean, we can try
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Dofo kind of pushes his head against yours, Christina, like he seems in agreement with this idea.
We're
Happy to
getting
help.
down. This is Daisy.
And how does Daisy react to it?
Do you have have you turned sound on? Have you unmuted Daisy?
What?
Can you hear Daisy? Well, have you turned that spell off?
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
okay.
can hear throughout.
Daisy is just like, Cat, can you help me find my dad? Cat, help me find my dad.
Yes.
My dad's in here.
Dofo will help you. Dofo is pretty much a support animal now.
Therapy cat for the dog.
Sorry.
Pebble,
Just a therapy cat for the dog.
Yes.
Pebble, can you try and get Daisy to just tell her she needs to stay
Yes.
right here and we will
How
have
do
a
I-
quick look.
How do I tell her that without startling her more though? Like, okay, Daisy, we are going to look for your dad. The best thing you can do is stay with Dofo and stay calm. We're gonna look. I mean, here, have the 2 portions again. And just chill. I don't know. I'm not eloquent. Pebble is not eloquent. I am not eloquent.
As everyone's talking, can Brask be like just slowly just creeping slightly more into the garage, just more to peek at things than anything, but also just like he's not going to stop until somebody stops him.
Yeah.
And
So
Chad's following him, and I also want Chad to, while Pebble is calming Daisy down, and not to worry, Chad's gonna draw his sword and get his shield out.
what I'll
God,
do quickly then.
I'm
is
like, Chad, can you not?
If
Can you do it?
you guys, we haven't got much time left, but if you guys quickly want to jump and roll 20, I'll start to show you what you guys can see.
And shall we stream this? Sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Put on the screen.
Yay!
We won't get too much further.
It's I'm not streaming it right now because it's black 4 now. It has to load. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah. 1 sec. I'm gonna switch.
It's fine, but I'll start describing this. So what you basically see is you're outside this building, and on Roll20 there should be some fog of war covering a lot of it. But what you see directly in front of you, so there's B1 and B2, which are 2 rooms that are currently available. B1 was that kind of shop front that you probably would have briefly seen. There's a door and there's a glass window, and through that you could see like stands with like old dusty bottles and things in there. We didn't have a good look there. B2 is this kind of garage, so you can see that there's this open space, and there is a car kind of where the B2 number is on the map, and there is these kind of walkways around the side of it. So part of the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in braces on the bed. A raised wooden walkway runs around along the walls of this room. There is a hole in the ceiling, and you see this wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. And you can see the 3 barrels on the wagon. They are branded with Black Mountain Brewery on them.
Okay.
And as we see. Now, if I've done this correctly, you should be able to move your own tokens on the map around.
Wow.
If I've done this right.
Oh, I can.
Nice.
You have done it correctly.
1 sec.
Hey!
But for the stream to go correctly, how can I guess I can open another Roll20.
I don't know if that works, unfortunately.
I think it might. Hopefully it might.
We can figure it out for next time. I wouldn't worry too much.
It's alright, yeah.
Getting it perfect for now, because yeah. So that's what you see as you kind of Chad and Brass start to look into this room. You can also see, you should be able to just about see it. There is at the back. There is 2 doors, like here and here.
Mhm.
Yep.
But the dog insisted the dad was maybe inside one of the carts, right?
The dog has said that the dad is inside the building. That's what she implied, and that she followed this
It was.
cart, and the dad was in the cart. But the cart now is clearly without a person in it, just a couple barrels.
Cool. Neat.
Love it.
Harley's gonna kind of follow the boys.
Okay.
Just gonna put her hood up and sort of just like a quick look,
Yeah.
okay?
I will just say, for the sake of it, Pebble, roll me animal handling or persuasion checks to just try and get Daisy to stay outside with Dovo.
I think at this point, since I'm speaking language, right? Well, since she can understand me, it's more
Yeah.
persuasion, right?
Yeah, yes, that's fine. I was just more a case of if
Plus,
you had a better
I'm-
score.
Yeah, I have a better score at persuasion.
So that's the one then.
Just for 1. Okay, 24, 19 plus 5. That's good.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
like,
basically.
yeah, go on.
No, go on. Well, how do you do it? You tell me.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, we're gonna make sure to do what's best to find your dad, but this building might be dangerous for you, so please stay here. You have my word. That's when I gave her the 2 portions. I suppose. Just stay with Dovo. You're in great company.
Yeah. You can kind of see, as you're kind of saying this and calming her down and giving her these rations, there's kind of this wave of like calm starts to come over a bit, and possibly exhaustion. You start to get the impression maybe this dog has been possibly
Yeah.
awake and trying to
Probably.
find her dad for like 2 days. And as you get her food, she like hungrily eats down these rations and starts to kind of like just collapse into the floor. And you can see that Dofo starts to like make little biscuits in the back of her fur and stuff like that to calm her down. And she just like looks up at you with this kind of sad dog. I was like, "It's fine, my dad.
Yes.
Miss him."
We will try. I'm not gonna promise you anything. We will try. Just in case. I mean, it's.
Life is hard, kid.
Life is, yeah.
Get used to it, dog. Your dad's gone.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way. Good. Good.
But I think that is where we will leave today's session. So as you start to make your way into this abandoned brewery, you have found Daisy the dog and maybe found Milosh the gnome.
Yes. We
Oh
might.
my gosh.
Oh my days.
Who would have thought it's all connected?
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I bet it was the pug.
It was the pug all along. The mastermind behind it all.
I knew he was too smart for his britches.
Led you into a trap.
Mhm.
But yes. So cool. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. You didn't get a chance to use the hero.
No, I didn't because I got
a natural 20 already.
Yeah.
Already a hero.
Can we?
That's fine,
how,
but-
how does it work now?
I
Goes
give it
forward.
to somebody else.
Yeah.
No.
Sarah decides who gets the hero token next.
I mean, I did get the role to find Daisy.
Yeah, you did. You
Natural
still
20, so I
you
still
had
Sorry.
the hero
I
moment.
should switch the
I had
scene
a
like
yeah, and yeah. But good. Okay, yes. Who is getting the hero token, the inspiration dice? I think it's gonna have to be Brian. I think Brass is Brass is wonderful. And I love every interaction with Brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Brask accepts gladly.
He's both, how we get shit done and also how we get derailed massively. So it's wonderful.
that. So true.
He's just so single-minded. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Single-minded, but yet can't stay on track somehow.
Wait,
Very good.
don't
an
move when you see the dog.
Yes.
He's an inspiration and a warning to all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. But cool, amazing. So yes, Ryan, you have the inspiration token, which obviously means you have you can use a hero moment next time, which you might need as you're now entering a abandoned brewery on the edge of town.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
I
that is
definitely have spell slots and it's definitely fine. Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely. Of course you do. Of course you do.
Can I say just a little one thing? When
Go for it.
I felt like pointing this out when I mentioned the session that we didn't stream. Just for everyone to know, we did a warm-up session. It's not like we're not streaming from then on. So
I broke the group into two halves, and we did 2 session
Yeah.
zeros for each of them to kind of get used to the characters and stuff. So that is what Unai was
Indeed.
referring to.
Sorry. Yeah, I felt like super out of the people would be out of the loop there.
Streams are hiding from everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, we're cheating on
Can you
everybody.
imagine?
in which we did nothing.
Yeah. That's what happens on the other Sunday.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, secret streams.
Yeah.
That's the rehearsal for this session.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Right, we will bring this to close. So, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed our game. Of course, if you did, you can catch us here again in 2 weeks' time. Obviously, you can subscribe to us on Twitch for notifications and etc. etc. You can also follow us on YouTube, where you'll find past episodes, and this episode will be there next weekend. And you can follow us on Twitter if you want to see us tweet out clips, talk about any other shenanigans, that kind of thing.
Yay.
Yes, that's it. We've been Small and Mighty. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
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 Bye.